How do I word this? With Doom the Dark Ages, we're seeing the release of the first Microsoft-owned Doom. But really, it's the third under Bethesda, so what better time to look back at Doom 3? Ugh, it's gonna bring back some bad memories, but I've only mentioned it in passing. Let's start at the beginning!
Having been through the video game hype machine many times, few things match Doom 3. It was finally released in 2004, my sophomore year in college. It was a big year for sequel shooters. But Doom came first. Two big things fed this hype. First, it was another Doom game. Doom was obviously the best of the Carmack Holy Trinity, with the best weapons, best monsters, and best action. Hell is not a pleasant idea, but in game form, it's the perfect antagonist. Next, it was going to push graphics forward again, to its own downfall. To support the real-time lighting, shadows, disturbingly lifelike textures, and real-world physics, the minimum requirements, remember those, included a 3D hardware-accelerated graphics card. To put this in the proper time frame, it was hundreds of dollars, and only one game was going to benefit. My video card was the Intel integrated variety. I resolved to, just like the Dooms from 10 years before, my meager hardware prevented me from playing it. Beyond that fabled demo that crashed my college PC, and into the buying my own snuff era, I bought a copy from Best Buy. Upon inspecting my big box collection, I actually have two of these. I don't know. I'm fairly certain I didn't steal this one from a friend. I'm catching big box fever here. What would happen if I tried installing this today? Okay, we'll do the autoplay. Oh man, a custom installer, that is sweet! This is proceeding much better than I expected. Put in the next disk? Yes sir, with pleasure. Desktop shortcut? Yes please. Let's go! Administrator? Okay, I'll play along. Hold on, let me check something. Yep, I have just reached the extent of caring about this. And that's why I have the BFG edition. It's on Steam. The technical hardware snacks for this video? The ROG Ally refuses to launch it, and the Steam Deck outright tells me to drink piss. So that leaves it to old Crashy. Yeah, if you see screen tearing, it's not you, it's me. I've started up Doom 3 many times, not always with the intent of playing. Sometimes you just need a reference to yell at in a video. Starting Doom 3 is hard, because it's full of false starts. Heavy metal in the title screen? Yes! Well, don't get used to it. Next time you'll hear anything like this is in the credits. I'll pick my difficulty. Oh, dropped the ball. Where's Hurt Me Plenty? Whoa, talking? An actual plot? This is new for Doom. Then when hell invades the base, you hear the same burst radio transmission in between screaming. Could they have taken this out of the BFG edition? As I fight back, I'm going to appreciate the universal lighting effects. Where are these effects? It's hard to appreciate the graphics if I can't see the graphics. The sad admission I have to make is, they aim to do something, and they nail doing something, and that something isn't my fancy. It is firmly a horror game. I'll say it again, we should not associate hell with fun. I just have so many years invested in the original Doom formula, I don't like seeing it changed. Dark halls with enemies are now complete blackouts. Opening doors to reveal enemies is now jump scares. So many jump scares. Even something as simple as slowing down the shotgun. Not the reloading part, the actual time between shots. The shotgun is a staple of Doom. The first weapon that can carry you through levels is now an annoying hindrance. To the point of horror, the entire idea is anxiety. But just because something is done with intent does not mean I have to like the intent. The demonic horde, as always, is fighting to get to Earth, and Doom Guy has to stop them. With the graphical bump, we get the new zombies, imps, demons, I refuse to call them Pinky, Cacodemons, Lost Souls, Revenant, Mancubus, and Archviles, to name a few. New to the roster are spider kind of things, and Baby Yale on a good day. As the enemies progress, I wish the same could be said about the levels. Take a quick look at the rundown of level names in my save files. Yeah, they're about as interesting as they sound. It's just gray room after I turn on my flashlight, gray room, One Delta Lab is almost indistinguishable from another Delta Lab, and they gave Tom Hall crap for making levels too realistically military, calling them boring? I think the level in between load screens attempt to describe the individual labs, but this solid-state drive blows through them so fast. Welcome to the future. Most of the levels end with you hopping in an elevator and proceeding to the next level down, which I was ready to criticize, but then I became unsure of myself. Is that how the original Doom was? I thought you moved across the base. Floors were more of a Wolfenstein 3D thing. What this all boils down to is Doom 3 is an exhausting experience and eventually falls into the pattern of move 5 feet, whisper, lightning, oh, there's an imp behind you. Since Doom is close to my heart, I do want to mention stuff they did right. It stayed Mars-centered, and I feel that is important. Doom began on Phobos, one of the moons of Mars. Moving it to Mars itself was a good idea that all the preceding Dooms followed. The redesign of the Hell's Knight was amazing. No horns, no eyes, a great original design that again was brought into future Dooms. And the designers had the good sense to pay homage to the Bruiser brothers near the end of the game. The real Bruiser brothers were actually Barons of Hell, a detail nerds like me have to overlook. And it is still pretty cool that the game's intro takes place inside of a screen that you're not even aware of until it pans away. Crosshairs turning into cursors, that's the Carmack touch. Less than a year later, Doom 3 got the expansion pack, Resurrection of Evil. I saw the big box at Walmart and Fred Meyer, and in addition to liking the box art, I liked the idea. It reminded me of seeing past expansion packs like Thy Flesh Consumed and the Plutonium pack, along with the sinking feeling of a computer way too slow to play them. The BFG edition packs it in, and I learned it was instead developed by Nerve. Fan mod. Doom guy didn't quite finish the job, and they bring in a new non-talking Space Marine, Doom guy. Jerkface lost more relics during the human excavation, and he's sending in 3 super demons into the base. Thankfully, it shows them all in the intro. That'll save some time. In rapid succession, Resurrection of Evil introduces timed and physics effects. First, a Marine discards a Half-Life 2 gravity gun, except this one's manufactured in Taiwan because it loses charge real fast. This is tutorial to throw back enemy attacks and stop Lost Souls. You'll notice the Lost Soul design was improved. Doom 3 Lost Souls look like max headroom. That is then used to fight off a floating Hell Knight. Yeah, fan mods, right? The reward is some kind of demonic heart that slows down time used to get past these ultra-fast doors. Afterward, both are quickly forgotten. I know that throwing back the blue stuff is the quickest way to eliminate these guys, but a thought entered my head just about the same time I entered this room. Gunned enemies, known as tracers in the original, no, I cannot stop their bullets. I know a Bioshock Infinite reference would be more appropriate. Matrix wins. I went back to guns exclusively because I'm not doing the weapon switch dance every room. You know how I feel about that, and Doom 3 was before the weapon wheel. And if they didn't intend for me to use guns, why am I always finding ammunition? Eventually, all of this becomes a moot point, because we are finally introduced to the super shotgun. Since this is really Doom 3 2, I guess it's about time to bring it in. The super shotgun is the cure for the Revenant blues. Really not that much else to say. Just more of the same, running around a gray base, sometimes rust, a little bit of hell, and this time, Tits is telling you where to go. Not that you'll actually hear her over the radio, the in-game audio levels are screwy. As it goes with expansions, it's considerably shorter. Less Doom 3? That's perfectly fine with me. And those lost missions? Not today. I had to save something for the release of Doom 7. But this is a Doom video. Am I supposed to find all the weird, obscure console copies? Storm Dain lore can really joke your way into a corner. I'm terrible. A few years ago, I did decide to give the game another try on Switch, just for the novelty of playing Doom on Switch. That playthrough ended when I got stuck in the floor. I have BFG Edition on Xbox 360, which I bought from a GameStop in Bend, Oregon. But the Xbox One is all the way over there. No, there's only one true non-BFG Ed console release. Doom 3 on Xbox in 2005. How the hell did that turn out? Well, it's not quite Super Nintendo Doom. It's more like Wii Guitar Hero. Toned down effects and resolution, muddy textures, maybe the entire intro is pre-rendered, I don't know. The optimized for console means you get auto-aim and load times in the middle of a level. Though it does keep the feel of Doom 3, And what I mean by that is, it's based off the original build, where you can't have a flashlight and a gun up at the same time. Right. That's why I quit the game the first time. Oh, the memories. Resurrection of Evil made its way to the original Xbox too, which is funny to me. Doom 3 cannot be installed on the Xbox, so the expansion had to become a standalone. These are the technical limitations we had to live with, which were sometimes to our benefit. Oh wait, this disc has Doom 1 and 2 on it? It didn't come with the original expansion? How did I miss this one? Forget the base game, I have to test this. Die at the end of episode 1, yeah, then the backgrounds. Oh, you suck! Get over there with the rest of the hacks. Activision's throwing around of the originals was quite predictive of Bethesda's treatment. You've noticed it. If you want Doom, you're getting it with Doom 2. If you have Doom 3, you're getting 2 and 1. If you have Doom 4, you're getting 3, 2, and 1. If you have Doom 5, you're getting 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you have 4 5s, you have to make room for 6. That administrator error dialogue you have needs a period at the end. Whoa.